If you're in the market for a new solution, here's a few tips on conducting a successful search and implementation from 3 supply chain experts.
First and foremost, business requirements. So you cannot start a WMS selection project if you don't have your own business requirements documented in a well and easy to read fashion. So the very first thing is to go visit your buildings, establish what your requirements are, and create a document that you can easily share with any potential WMS vendor. The second is if there's a way to understand what levels of complexity you have in your various buildings. So whether it's all of your buildings and facilities run in the same manner with the same processes and the same type of product, or are there different complexities or different types of product? Because again, what that's going to do is allow us to be able to segment those into different types of buildings, and there may be different options and different processes that we need to build out to share with the WMS vendors.
Key factors are planning. Number one is understanding the commitment that you as an organization are making for deployment, but then also setting all of those requirements that you need your system to do and vetting the right vendors to make sure that the requirements you have as an organization align nicely with the capabilities of that software package.
WMS implementations obviously involve a lot of effort. Does this mean they have to be complex and cost a lot?
The answer is yes and no, quite honestly. I'm quite passionate about this. So yes, from the fact that any technology deployment has some level of complexity to it. The no component of that is complexity is defined by the level of detail you have. You can take the most complex task and break it down into more discrete components that, in my opinion, doesn't make it complex. So yes and no relative to complexity. I think where you run into issues with it is when you don't respect the complexity of what an even simple operation is. And a great example of that is going to be exception processes. You've got if you maintain that mindset of it's not complex, you're going to miss details around things like exceptions. And when it comes time to go live, that's where you have challenges then. So yes and no. Relative to expensive, again, it's relative. If you've done an appropriate business case, you've identified the value, and you've justified the investment that you're going to make in this initiative. But absolutely, they're expensive. It's a cross-functional task. It's going to pull resources across the organization. It's going to bring in technology providers. There's also a tremendous amount of risk to it as well. But it's all about tying it back to that business case and the value to execute on that plan.
If a new WMS is on your to-do list, get in touch with us. We'd love to help you calculate the ROI of your investment and provide other advice that can get you started off on the right foot.